So before I even get this out of the packaging, I can tell you that it's super thin. I mean, you've got this plastic packaging, you've got the leather sheath and the stone inside there, and just look how low that profile is. So that's quite exciting. Okay, and this is actually zip locked, which is cool, so you could put it back in here or keep it in here if you didn't want to get the leather wet in your backpack. So that's a neat option. And here we have it. Genuine leather, which I like. Stitching around there. You've got a deep knife and axe logo. Really cool looking product. There's no denying that. The leather work is pretty good. I'd burnish those edges there, but companies don't often do that just because it takes the extra time. You only get that from custom makers usually. Let's have first look at the stone. Okay, so it's not a huge stone, but it does have some weight to it. Feels very solid. Pull it out here. Oh yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's rated at 1200 and 8000, and I'd certainly say it ranks there. Hold on, let me get a couple of my own whetstones and compare the grit. I can tell you that the grit ratings are almost dead on, which I'm really surprised about. This side, which is your coarse side, it's a 1200. It feels, this is my Woodstock 1000 grit stone, and it feels almost identical there, which is surprising. And then this is my 8000 King stone, and they feel pretty much exact, which I'm really surprised. It's not often that you get different iterations of stones like this that aren't whetstones that still offer that same quality. So that's pretty cool. We're going to give this a try right now. So what we're going to test it out on is my little pocket EDC here. This is a Case mini copper lock. This is a gorgeous little knife. Check out this blade. This is chestnut bone, and the edge is really dull. I've been using it a lot in the shop lately. You can still see I can get a little bit of grab there. It's a pretty rough edge. Still pulling a bit. Certainly can't do any smooth, quick slices. So this is about what would end up with my edge. It seems a little duller up around the toe of the blade here. This is about what would happen to my knife in the woods if I was working with it. I would start off with a razor edge, and it would dull probably to about what I have here. So we're going to try to do a touch-up using just our pocket stone here. Okay, so I've just dipped it in some water here, and we'll just start working circles on the stone. With a small stone like this, I usually do circles just because full-length strokes are tough to get around your fingers. With so much motion, you got to constantly be moving your fingers. It's not comfortable. So I'll do circles on probably half the stone, and then I'll switch the stone around when I switch the knife side, and then I'll use the other half of the stone. Plenty of real estate on the stone to do this. If I had a knife that was any bigger, I would take the stone to the knife. It just happens that this knife is quite little, so I'll put the knife on the stone. This side, this is a coarse side, it has a substantial amount of bite. Actually feels quite lovely. I can see the metal particle. Bit of slurry there on the stone. You probably can too on the video. Now I'm going to give it a little rinse. We'll go over to the other side. And I'll start off the same thing, little circles again. Now this side feels beautiful. You could feel how hard that ceramic is. Just grips into that knife, even though it's such a fine grit. Up around an 8000, it's rated at, but you could still feel it cutting. You can see that black on the stone there. I don't want to spend too long here. If we're imagining we're in the woods, then usually sharpening is somewhat of a quick touch-up. You're not spending a half an hour sharpening your blade. So we're about to call our quits here now. I'm just going to do a couple cutting strokes. Just look how well that 8000 grit is cutting. Look at that slurry. Nice and light strokes here now. Quick leg shave test. That, again, that's with no stropping. Shaving sharp just off that stone. So let's try that same stone on an axe. This is a beautiful little hatchet that I'm putting together for someone here, and this was a really old beat up head. I took the edge back quite a bit, re-established a bevel, but this is just my belt sander edge here now. So it's fairly fine, but it's not razor sharp. It won't do anything like shave. So let's see if we can get it to that point with just our little stone. So we have a little bit of water on our stone. This coarse side cuts like crazy. I'll just do my normal methods, nothing special here. Just what I would do normally. I usually use the rooster method for my axes, but when I'm in the woods I can't carry a sanding pad and a couple grits of sandpaper. So hopefully this little stone does the trick. Okay, and we're gonna call her done right about now. And let's see what we've got there. Okay, quick edge test right off the stone. And we are crispy, shaving sharp. I'm not going to do any more than that because my wife would be mad at me for patchy arms. Oh boy, I might overdid it. Oh well, we have a crispy shaving edge off an 8000 grit ceramic that fits in your pocket. Okay, so we've produced 2 shaving edges with that little stone. I'll continue testing on it, of course. I'm going to give this axe head a little spritz with our oil. Hope you enjoyed this one. Hit that like button. knifeandaxe.ca if you want to check out some of these products. Really impressed. Really impressed. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. We'll see you in the next video.